you ever felt surrounded by hidden intentions? In a world full of carefully crafted masks and guarded words, people reveal more than they realize. Not through what they say, but through what they don't. Imagine having the skill to see beyond these facades, to recognize real motives and true personalities, simply by observing their subtle actions. Today, we're venturing into a realm where Stoic wisdom and modern insight meet. In this video, you'll learn timeless techniques to uncover hidden agendas, detect true intentions, and interpret the quiet cues that often go unnoticed. By mastering these Stoic observational skills, you gain the power to understand others in ways that build trust or protect you from deception. If you're ready to see beyond the surface, join me on this journey. If you find this path intriguing, like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official, where ancient wisdom meets the challenges of today. Let's begin. Number 1, observing stress reactions. To truly understand people, start by observing how they react under stress. In Stoic philosophy, the art of observation holds power. It's a calm, unwavering lens, one that perceives beyond words, beyond facades. Stress reveals character, often more truthfully than a relaxed smile or well-rehearsed words. Under pressure, true personalities surface. Let's look deeper at how these reactions offer a window into a person's true self, their hidden motivations, and even their deepest fears. When stress strikes, notice the physical cues first. A rapid breath, shifting eyes, or tense shoulders. These responses show more than mere nerves. They reveal discomfort, insecurity, and perhaps a need to control or even hide something. You'll see this in business settings, high-stakes conversations, and moments of personal challenge. These stress reactions aren't just physical, they're messages. Often, people under stress let slip parts of themselves they'd rather keep hidden, especially if they're trying to present an idealized image. Identifying these cues allows you to detect real intentions that words might obscure. Take, for example, the telltale sign of someone's voice changing under stress. Most of us recognize when a person's tone shifts, when someone's pitch rises, their words quicken, or their voice becomes forced. They may be straying from the truth or struggling to maintain composure. Observing these cues helps you detect the subtle social signals and hidden layers beneath the surface. In a world where many speak confidently, few know how to truly listen. By observing, you gain insights others overlook. Now, consider silence, the pause that many of us are quick to fill. When people feel uncomfortable, they often rush to break the silence, filling it with words, details, or reassurances. Yet someone with a hidden agenda or insecurity will often struggle in these quiet moments. They might fidget, glance around, or quickly redirect the topic. A Stoic knows that silence itself is a powerful tool, and observing how others handle silence speaks volumes about their inner world. The way they avoid, stumble, or pause reveals their discomfort and even hints at what they're concealing. In these silent spaces, true intentions surface. Here's a practical application. In your next conversation, observe without judgment. Notice if someone avoids eye contact when discussing certain topics, or if their breathing shifts. If you're in a negotiation, watch for these signs of discomfort. When you see someone tense or trying to cover nervousness with extra words, take a mental note. These are your cues, indicators of what lies beneath. Use this information to discern their priorities and even anticipate their next move. This skill is about understanding, not controlling. It's about seeing clearly without interference from personal bias. A Stoic observer lets others reveal themselves without interruption, without judgment. It's a subtle, powerful approach that respects another's autonomy while revealing their deeper character. If these insights resonate, remember, they're just the beginning. Stay with us as we uncover even more ways to perceive the hidden sides of human behavior. Like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official for wisdom that empowers you to see beyond appearances. This is only the first step. Let's continue our journey of quiet discovery. Number 2, tell me more technique for true intentions. One of the simplest yet most powerful techniques for understanding people's hidden intentions is what I call the tell me more approach. It's deceptively easy, yet remarkably effective. At its core, this method is about patience, curiosity, and a willingness to listen. In a world where people rush to speak, where everyone is eager to share their opinions, the simple phrase, "tell me more," holds immense power. This technique aligns closely with Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to observe without interrupting and to understand without judgment. Imagine you're in a conversation, perhaps with a friend, a colleague, or even a stranger. They're sharing their thoughts, opinions, or experiences with you. Instead of rushing to respond or insert your own perspective, pause and say, "Tell me more." What you'll find is that people often reveal more than they intend to when they feel truly heard. It's as if, in the absence of judgment, they feel safe enough to lower their guard. By simply listening, you create a space where true intentions and hidden motivations rise to the surface. Consider this. When someone feels no need to defend or prove themselves, they begin to relax. They move from trying to control the narrative to naturally sharing from their heart. This openness allows you to observe subtle shifts in their tone, notice changes in their body language, and pick up on hidden agendas. When people talk freely, they reveal more than just the topic at hand. They give you a glimpse into their values, fears, and aspirations. I once had a conversation with a friend who was very passionate about a project at work. Instead of offering advice or sharing my own experience, I simply said, "Tell me more." As the conversation unfolded, he not only spoke about the project itself, but began sharing the real reasons he cared so deeply about it. His fears of failure, his past struggles, and his hopes for proving himself. These revelations were far beyond what he'd initially intended to share. And all I did was listen. The Tell Me More approach also gives you insight into others' insecurities and ambitions. Suppose you're in a business meeting and a colleague presents an idea with noticeable enthusiasm. Instead of responding with your opinion right away, say, "Tell me more about what excites you in this approach." You might discover that their passion stems from a personal connection to the idea, or that they feel it could enhance their status. By observing without judgment and encouraging them to share openly, you allow them to reveal what truly matters to them. In addition, this technique helps in conversations where tensions run high. People are often defensive when they expect confrontation, but by calmly asking them to elaborate, you signal that you're there to understand, not argue. This simple shift often leads people to drop their defenses and engage in genuine dialogue. The power here lies in letting go of your own need to respond or control the conversation, which is a Stoic quality. You become a mirror, reflecting back their thoughts and emotions, rather than imposing your own. This subtle, Stoic approach fosters trust, encourages self-expression, and deepens connections. You'll notice that people reveal not only their thoughts, but their deeper beliefs and motives. The technique isn't about manipulation. It's about genuine understanding, about holding space for others to be themselves. If these insights help you see value in calm observation and listening, please like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. This journey into the subtle art of reading people has only just begun, and with each step, you'll find new ways to understand others and perhaps even yourself. Number 3, observing behavior in groups. To understand people deeply, it's essential to observe them not only as individuals but also as part of a group. Social dynamics reveal hidden layers that one-on-one conversations sometimes obscure. Here's the insight. Within groups, subtle social cues emerge more naturally, revealing true intentions, personality, and even a person's real character. Stoic philosophy teaches us that observation without attachment or judgment is powerful. Through this lens, we can read people's behavior in group settings as they respond to social dynamics, pressure, and hierarchy. Think about a group meeting or a social gathering. Often, individuals act differently in groups than they do alone. Notice how some may dominate the conversation, seeking attention or validation, while others withdraw, perhaps out of discomfort or insecurity. A person's behavior in a group reveals not only their role within that specific group, but also hints at their inner priorities. When people are surrounded by others, they are often less guarded and more influenced by peer presence. Their behavior, as a result, aligns more closely with their hidden traits and true nature. For example, someone who constantly interrupts or redirects conversations may reveal a need for control or influence. Conversely, someone who remains quiet but observant might be more introspective or even cautious. Another element to observe in groups is how people handle attention shifts. In a group, attention can move from person to person, and the way someone reacts to this shift can be a subtle yet revealing cue. Those who grow tense or visibly uncomfortable when the attention isn't on them may be masking insecurity or a need for validation. Meanwhile, individuals who remain calm and unaffected show signs of self-assurance and stoic resilience. This balance of reactions in a group setting offers valuable insights into someone's character as well as their intentions and priorities. An interesting pattern is how individuals interact with those they perceive as having less influence or status within the group. Someone's true character often shines through in their interactions with those who hold less power. Pay attention to those who show respect and kindness regardless of status. They demonstrate authenticity. On the other hand, those who act dismissively or rudely to lower status members may be signaling a hidden arrogance or a calculated approach to social hierarchies. Stoic wisdom reminds us to treat all individuals with respect, observing how others do. This reveals their underlying motivations and priorities. Also, note how people react when the group faces a decision or dilemma. In these moments, individuals' real intentions often surface. Some may strive for a solution that benefits everyone, while others push for their agenda, subtly influencing the group's direction. Observe who takes charge, who remains neutral, and who is reluctant to participate. These roles speak volumes. For example, someone who leads without asserting control shows natural leadership qualities, while those who push too hard may be seeking control over the group's outcomes. Here's a practical way to apply this. In your next group interaction, be mindful of your own reactions as well. By observing calmly and without judgment, you adopt a stoic approach, which allows you to see others clearly and understand yourself better. Simply observe the natural flow of conversation, the social hierarchy, and the reactions of those around you. As you become more attuned to these subtle social cues, you'll develop a sharper awareness of people's true intentions and learn to recognize actions that reveal hidden agendas. If these insights are valuable to you, remember to like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. Here, we explore wisdom that brings clarity to a complex world. The journey continues with each step, and every observation brings you closer to understanding others and yourself. Number 4. Paying attention to silent moments. Often, silence speaks louder than words. In the realm of Stoic wisdom, silence holds a sacred place. It's where truth can hide, and intentions often surface. When we pay close attention to these quiet pauses in conversation, we unlock a deeper layer of understanding. Silence is more than an empty space. It's a moment where people reveal their true intentions without realizing it. In today's noisy world, learning to value and observe these pauses becomes a powerful skill. Imagine a conversation where the other person suddenly hesitates, a small silence settling between their words. It's tempting to fill the void, to ease the tension. But a Stoic knows that silence is a tool. In those moments of quiet, people reveal more than they intend to. Maybe they avoid eye contact, look away, or fidget. These cues, subtle as they are, signal inner conflict, discomfort, or even a hidden agenda. In silence, their real motivations start to show themselves. One way to use silence is to let it linger just a bit longer than usual. When you ask a question and they pause, resist the urge to follow up immediately. Hold the silence with patience. This technique often encourages people to fill the quiet themselves, and in doing so, they may reveal more than they planned. People tend to overcompensate in moments of silence, adding details they otherwise would keep hidden, hoping to fill the perceived gap in communication. The longer you can remain calm in the silence, the more they feel compelled to continue, disclosing layers of themselves. Silence is also where unspoken intentions often lie. When someone is being dishonest or hiding something, they frequently struggle to maintain eye contact during pauses. Their gaze may shift or they may fidget, seemingly uncomfortable with the stillness. These physical cues are subtle social signals, indicators of unease or internal tension. In these moments, they're trying to manage the silence, but their discomfort reveals the weight of the truth they may be avoiding. Now, let's apply this technique. Next time you're in a conversation, especially one where emotions run high or stakes are involved, practice allowing for these pauses. Ask a question, then let the silence take its course. Resist the urge to interrupt. Notice how they react. Do they lean forward as if to continue, or do they seem to shrink back, reluctant to say more? Their response to silence is a window into their inner world. Stoic wisdom teaches us to observe with detachment and to understand without intruding. In these quiet moments, you gain insights that words alone cannot reveal. Another use of silence is during negotiations or decisions. People often rush to fill pauses in such settings, feeling pressured to win the silence by speaking first. By remaining calm and waiting, you signal that you're comfortable with the quiet, that you're observing without the need to dominate. This can unsettle the other party, subtly encouraging them to reveal more as they try to bridge the gap. Silence in negotiations is a way to draw out information, allowing others to lay their cards on the table without realizing it. This technique of observing silence is not about manipulation. It's about understanding, about letting people reveal themselves naturally. Silence offers clarity in a way that constant talking cannot. With practice, you'll find that silence is not an absence. It's a presence, a profound presence that can show you others' true intentions. If you found these insights valuable, remember to like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. Here we explore the art of understanding through Stoic principles, bringing wisdom to life one observation at a time. Let's continue on this journey of discovery, embracing the power of silence. Number 5. Emotional reactions and priorities. Emotions are windows into a person's priorities. In Stoic philosophy, understanding begins with observation. Watching how others respond when they're emotionally stirred reveals what they truly value. Emotional reactions are raw, unfiltered, and often unguarded moments where hidden motivations come to light. If you want to understand someone's priorities, look beyond their words and focus on their responses when they feel strongly about something. Imagine you're in a conversation and a particular topic sparks an intense reaction. Maybe it's frustration, excitement, or even a subtle shift in tone. These emotional cues show you what matters most to them. For example, if someone grows visibly upset when a certain subject arises, it's likely tied to something personal, a deep-seated priority or belief. This doesn't mean we judge their reaction. Instead, we observe it as a reflection of their inner values. When you begin to recognize these reactions, you'll see how they offer clues to a person's intentions. Suppose you mention a change in a group plan, and someone reacts defensively, even if the change is minor. Their reaction might reveal that they value stability, control, or a sense of ownership over the project. On the other hand, someone who lights up with enthusiasm when discussing collaboration or new ideas likely prioritizes teamwork and shared effort. These reactions point to motivations that words often mask, helping you understand the true values at play. In a work setting, emotional reactions can be especially telling. Observe how colleagues respond to praise or criticism. Those who crave recognition might show strong, positive reactions when praised, hinting at a need for validation. Others may react defensively to even gentle feedback, revealing insecurities or a fear of judgment. By staying stoic in these moments, calm and unbiased, you can learn much about their personal priorities and insecurities without them even realizing it. Emotional reactions, then, become signals, helping you navigate the social landscape with clarity. These insights also apply to personal relationships. Picture a friend who always seems to get hurt when plans change. Their emotional response may suggest that they prioritize stability and feel valued when things go as expected. Another friend may become animated and enthusiastic when discussing future plans, showing that they place importance on shared experiences and making memories together. Understanding these reactions allows you to connect on a deeper level, recognizing what makes each relationship unique. So, how can you use this in your interactions? The key is to stay calm, a fundamental aspect of Stoic practice. Watch without responding immediately. If someone reacts strongly, let the moment pass without judgment, observing their reaction as a natural expression of their values. This detachment enables you to see clearly without letting their emotions sway your own. Remember, Stoic observation is not about analyzing to judge, it's about understanding, seeing the person fully, and recognizing their true intentions. And remember, you too can learn from your own emotional reactions. When you find yourself feeling strong emotions, whether it's pride, irritation, or excitement, pause and reflect. Ask yourself what this reveals about your own priorities and values. Emotional reactions are universal, and by recognizing them in others, you also gain insight into yourself. If these insights resonate with you, please like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official, where we dive deeper into understanding human nature through Stoic principles. As we journey together, may each observation bring you closer to wisdom and clarity in both yourself and others. Number 6, using reverse psychology. Reverse psychology is an art, subtle yet powerful, and it offers unique insights into people's true motivations. A Stoic knows that the best way to understand others isn't always through direct questioning. Sometimes the indirect route, where you encourage someone to reveal themselves without realizing it, yields the most honest insights. Reverse psychology, when used thoughtfully, allows you to observe a person's true nature and intentions by prompting them to act on their genuine motivations. To use reverse psychology effectively, you must approach it with calm detachment. For example, let's say you sense that someone might be trying to hide a certain intention or ambition. Instead of confronting them directly, suggest the opposite of what you suspect they want. If they're truly invested, they may feel compelled to contradict you, subtly revealing what they're actually thinking. It's a Stoic approach that lets their own response shine a light on the truth. Let's consider an example. Imagine you're in a situation where a colleague seems hesitant about a project, but hasn't voiced their concerns openly. Rather than asking directly, try a reverse psychology approach. Mention that the project seems straightforward and ask if they agree. If they indeed have concerns, they'll often correct you, pointing out the challenges or risks they hadn't previously expressed. In their attempt to clarify your assumption, they unintentionally reveal their true thoughts, giving you a clearer view of their intentions. This technique also works well in personal relationships. Picture a friend who seems reluctant to join a group event. Instead of pressing them directly, say something like, "I understand if you'd rather not come. I know group gatherings aren't everyone's favorite." If they genuinely want to be there, they'll likely counter your statement and explain their interest. On the other hand, if they remain silent or agree, you gain insight into their true feelings without the discomfort of a direct question. Reverse psychology also shines in negotiations. Suppose you're discussing terms with someone who insists on a specific condition. Instead of debating, agree calmly, but shift focus to a minor detail they may not have considered. For instance, you could say, "Of course, I understand that's important to you, and I imagine the timeline is flexible as well." Often, they'll respond by defending their original position more emphatically, exposing the areas where they're truly inflexible or invested. This allows you to adjust your approach strategically, using their own words to understand their priorities. The key to mastering reverse psychology lies in your delivery. It's essential to remain calm and detached, embodying the Stoic practice of observing without judgment. When you suggest the opposite of what you believe they want, do so subtly, without pressure. The beauty of this technique is that it doesn't force anyone to reveal themselves. Rather, it allows them the freedom to correct you if they feel inclined. In that correction lies their truth. Remember, this approach isn't about manipulation. It's a path to clarity, allowing others to reveal themselves naturally. Reverse psychology gives people the space to express their true intentions in their own way, without feeling pressured or defensive. As Stoics, we seek understanding through observation, and this method aligns perfectly with that aim. If you've found value in this technique and want to explore more ways to navigate human nature with wisdom and clarity, please like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. Here, we unravel the layers of perception, one principle at a time, helping you see the world and others more clearly. Let's continue on this journey of quiet discovery together. Number 7, subtle social cues and unspoken signals. Understanding people requires a quiet awareness, a sensitivity to the subtle signals they don't even know they're showing. Stoic philosophy teaches us to listen beyond words and to observe without interference, and this approach shines when it comes to detecting unspoken cues. Every small action, whether a shift in posture, a quick glance, or a slight change in tone, speaks volumes about someone's intentions, emotions, and even hidden motivations. By learning to read these subtle social cues, you unlock a deeper level of perception that allows you to truly understand others. Take, for instance, body language. It's a form of silent communication that's often more truthful than words. When someone crosses their arms, they might be feeling defensive or closed off. If they lean in slightly while speaking, they're likely interested and engaged. But body language is complex. Not every gesture has a universal meaning. That's why observation, free from assumptions, is crucial. Watch with a neutral eye. Over time, you'll start to recognize patterns in how individuals express themselves non-verbally, and these patterns reveal their true intentions more clearly than anything they might say. Another powerful, often overlooked cue is eye contact. Eyes are remarkably expressive, and changes in eye movement can indicate much about a person's comfort level, confidence, and honesty. For instance, someone who looks away when responding may be withholding something or feeling uneasy. Conversely, steady, genuine eye contact usually signals openness and engagement. Observe how people's eyes react when specific topics come up or when they're around certain individuals. It's in these subtle shifts that their true thoughts and feelings are often revealed. The tone of voice also carries unspoken messages. A sudden rise in pitch or an unexpected pause can reveal discomfort or hesitation, especially if someone is attempting to conceal their real thoughts. People often underestimate how much their tone reveals, yet it's an essential cue in understanding them fully. Notice these fluctuations in voice. Is the tone overly enthusiastic, almost forced, when they agree with something? Or does it suddenly dip when asked about a sensitive subject? By paying attention to these subtle vocal cues, you can detect when words don't align with feelings, which often exposes hidden intentions. Another effective cue to watch for is mirroring. People unconsciously mirror the body language of those they feel connected to or comfortable around. If someone mirrors your posture, gestures, or even tone, it often signals trust or alignment at that moment. But be mindful, the absence of mirroring can be just as telling. If someone consistently refrains from mirroring, they might be keeping a guarded distance, mentally or emotionally. This contrast offers you clues about the level of rapport or hidden reservations they may hold. Finally, let's discuss proximity, the distance people keep while interacting. In social settings, our sense of space reflects comfort and familiarity. A person who stands close may be expressing trust or interest, while someone who keeps their distance could be signaling discomfort or detachment. Recognizing these unspoken boundaries allows you to adjust your approach, respecting their space while gaining insight into their comfort level with you or with the conversation itself. Each of these subtle cues, taken alone, may seem insignificant, but together, they form a complex picture, revealing layers of meaning beneath the surface. A Stoic observer sees these signals without immediate interpretation, watching with a calm, open mind. Instead of jumping to conclusions, they wait, letting the unspoken messages unfold naturally. Through this patient observation, you'll start to see what others miss, the quiet, unguarded truth behind the facade. If these insights resonate with you, and you wish to delve deeper into the art of Stoic observation, consider liking and subscribing to Stoic Narratives Official. Here, we explore wisdom that transcends words, finding clarity in the subtleties of human behavior. Let's continue this journey of thoughtful discovery together, one observation at a time. As we close, remember that the art of reading people is about quiet observation, not judgment. Each technique we've explored, from detecting subtle social cues to recognizing hidden agendas, gives you insight into the unspoken side of human behavior. Stoic wisdom teaches us to observe calmly, to understand without intrusion, allowing others to reveal their true selves naturally. By honing these Stoic observational skills, you gain clarity and understanding of motivations, intentions, and actions with depth and respect. This practice not only improves relationships, but also strengthens your own character, aligning you with a life of wisdom and integrity. If you found value in these techniques and wish to explore more on mastering perception, please like this video and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. Together, let's continue to unlock the layers of human nature, guided by the quiet strength of Stoic insight. Thank you for watching, and may this journey bring you clarity and connection.